Nothing will happen to you if you do as I say. Now drop your guns. The other one as well. And you, do the same. I want to see all firearms on the floor. Then we can talk. Good.
Who are you? And how do you know Claire?
She knows Claire because of me. You must be Lara Croft. I recognize your face from photos in the newspaper.
I don't think you can compare that. I'm very unphotogenic, you know. Don't you think I look much better in reality?
And you are.
Mia Haig, a reporter.
I know who you are, but if you still insist on introducing yourself, it would be nice of you to tell me your real name, not your fake identity. You are Kate Archer.
And who the heck are you?
Why didn't you bring Claire here? It's her I wanted to see. I don't know if I can trust you.
Well, I certainly don't mean to seem impolite, but we're not the ones who threaten you with a pistol. It would be very nice of you to put it down before we deepen our conversation.
Although Claire is not here, I'm sure you will also be interested in what I have to say.
Are these
the hands of Rathmore? Yes, they are. And they were built here in the furnace of the gods. Prepare for a shock, ladies, because I'm about to tell you the truth about these artifacts, and it might turn your whole conception of the world upside down. The Antarctic meteorite, a big rock that hit the South Pole millennia ago, destroying flora and fauna. The impact turned a jungle into an ice desert, heat into cold, life into death. But apart from that, something else happened. The meteorite lost 4 shivers on entering Earth's atmosphere, namely the Infata Stone, the Eye of Isis, Element 115, and the Aura Dagger, which were spread all over the world. A nice story to explain the origin of the meteorite shivers and their powers, if only it wasn't for one little detail. It's a lie.
what?
That's right. The Antarctic meteorite is nothing but a legend that people have believed in for centuries, until it was forgotten by the majority of mankind. The truth is that all those so-called meteorite shivers were built here, in the furnace of the gods, out of the liquid gold streaming through these caves which once belonged to the gods, as their name says. But then the meteorite came down, and even though Atlantean technology was far advanced, it could not be stopped.
Wait, did you just mention Atlantean technology?
Yes, it's not a myth. Atlantis actually existed until the land was broken apart by the meteorite. New continents were formed out of its remains, eventually resulting in the world we know today.
So there actually was a meteorite, but it didn't hit the Antarctica, it hit Atlantis. And I suppose the gods you mentioned were the inhabitants of the original continent.
More precisely, the rulers. The last known beings of their kind were called Quelobek, Tehogan, and Nadla. Together they formed a trinity to rule over the world with the help of the magic artifacts they had created in their furnace.
But how come you were not aware of the hands of Rathmore then?
By the time I ruled along with Tehogan and my brother Quelobek, there were only 4 artifacts, namely those that are currently in possession of our enemies. The hands of Rathmore must have been created after my imprisonment.
Why have you even been imprisoned?
Because of the others' foolishness. I was not content with the way they ruled over the world, so I tried to change a thing or two.
What have you to say for yourself?
Your way to rule over Atlantis is pathetic.
And therefore you had to cripple me.
Actually, I like your new look, Quelobek. The Infata Stone did a good job restoring you. You don't understand that humans are not worth all this trouble. I will purify Atlantis from all its unnecessary inhabitants.
You nuts. Now I'm offended.
For all you've done to Barmas, for misusing the power of the mighty 4 artifacts, and for being blood, I expel you forever from the sacred order of the 3, and condemn you to shame in the frozen limbo of eternity.
You two are nothing but a bunch of narrow-minded, sexist, homophobic, blonde-hating idiots who can't keep up with their intelligent female lesbian blonde queen. One day I will rise from the dead to finish what I've started. And I was right after all. The place where they imprisoned me later became Los Alamos, New Mexico, where the Americans tested nuclear weapons in 1945. One of them detonated near my prison. I was freed in disguise as an ordinary human to make the preparations for my coming world domination.
after the meteorite impact had split the world into two big parts, America and the rest of the mainland. The remaining gods split up as well to keep track of everything. Qualopec established a new kingdom in Peru, while Tehocan went to Greece. The 5 artifacts became the last evidence of the ancient world, which resulted in the common misbelief that they had fallen off the meteorite.
What happened to Qualopec and Tehocan?
It is believed that they eventually died of old age. I don't know what to think about this because it is also said that the Atlantean gods were mortal. However, they must have gone somewhere, unless they're still among us.
One of them actually is still among us. What about that military base a few miles from here? Does it belong to you? And how is harm involved?
After we found out what we know today, we took over that military base to protect what was left from the ancient world, the furnace of the gods, and the hands of Rathmore. A few days ago, however, that organization called Harm started to siege our base. We were outnumbered and forced to hide here, hoping they wouldn't find us. That was after I had told Claire to come to Melnikov Island. If we had known what was going to happen, we would never have put her in danger.
Relax. It's Darcy, she's on our side.
How did you get here so fast? A few hours ago you were still at our house talking to me via headset.
I was worried, so I decided to follow you secretly. Are these the hands of Rathmore?
Yes, they are.
Fine. Then let's go home. We can finally put all the fragments together and form the Holy Grail.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there is no such object. The Holy Grail is just yet another myth that has somehow arisen from history.
What?
You can try to put those artifacts together as often as you like, they will never become one. However, a person who holds all of them at the same time will become as good as invincible.
How do you know all this?
Partially through research, partially through dreams.
Dreams?
Yes, dreams. That might sound strange, and in the beginning I didn't want to believe it either, but it seems quite common for members of my family to have some special cognitive abilities, so to speak.
The most important question is, are you on our side or against us?
If you are followers of those who want to take over the world with the help of the 5 magic artifacts, we will do everything in our power to stop you. However, if you want to use the artifacts to protect the world, we are your friends.
It seems like we share the same philosophy. We have the other 4 artifacts, only the hands of Rathmore are missing. May I touch them once?
I won't make it. If the others don't hurry, I won't make it.
Hold on, Chen. I'll get out of here and then I'll help you. Someday. Well, at least I can dream about helping you.
Tom, please help us. I'm afraid I'm on my period.
Darcy, that mean bitch. She betrayed us.
Oh no.
Look, it's Claire.
And how did she get here? This is really a weird day.
What? Why is she carrying the hands of Rathmore? Laura Kate, be careful. Darcy is...
Claire.
After her.
Thanks, Laura. Your grapple is a gift of the gods.
Well, we are here in the furnace of the gods, so why not?
Claire, thank God you're safe. I've missed you so much.
It's your own fault. Why didn't you ever get in touch with me? 4 months I didn't even know if you're still alive.
I'll tell you the whole story as soon as possible.
I'm really glad you two have finally found each other, but could one of you please enlighten me now? Is this your famous ex-boyfriend? If yes, he does not at all look like any of the people you've compared him to so far.
Laura, this is Chris, my older brother.
Oh. Hi, Chris.
Tom, you're alive.
Of course I am. Have you been hoping otherwise?
Ken.
I'm fine. It's just a little bullet wound. Darcy is a traitor. You must find her.
Have you seen her around here?
And who are you, if you don't mind my asking?
Later. Where did Darcy go?
The same way she came. Up there. Hurry, Bunny and Lady Croft are alone at home. You must get there before Darcy.
What about you?
Ken has been shot, and Larson cannot run with his injured legs. I'll take care of them. You hurry back home and save Bunny and Amelia.